everyone, I am Jana Piojo from BSED 3C. Today I will be talking about the chapter 4 from 1914 to 1960, the literature of modern Britain. During 1914 to 1945, it is known as the Age of Catastrophe and the Revolution in the Arts. That period was one of the most horrifying eras of the history. It was widely characterized by the global war, political revolution, and national crisis. First, let me discuss the new post-war world. After the World War I, 750,000 British soldiers were killed and 2 million had been wounded. The destructive vehicles were also once narrowed to the land and to the surface of the sea. Although the economic was uproar, there are still counterpart in scientific discoveries, such as Einstein's relativity theory, Darwin's theory of evolution, and Sigmund Freud's studies of the human psyche. But then, much development had been expected in the arts. Few of the major pioneers figures in the visual arts, literature, music, and dance were from British, while on the painting were French, German, and Russian. One of the famous sculptors from Britain was Henry Moore, while on the other hand, H.G. Wells, who wrote The Time Machine, and John Galsworthy, who wrote the Forsyte Saga, are famous writers during that period. Second, Irish innovations in the modern English literature. It is said that during 20th century, the best dramas, the greatest poetry, and the most innovative novels were written by Irishmen. The Ireland was extraordinary in several aspects. It was the only country that had been colonized at the end of the 19th century. They also have Irish language that had survived with virtuosity and sophistication. They also have rich oral tradition of literature such as their poetry, songs, legends, and epics. One of the famous Irish poets was William Butler Yeats. His poems brought him to a wide audience as well with his play, The Countess Kathleen, that first performed in Dublin in 1899. John Millington Synge is the famous dramatist who performed The Riders to the Sea in 1904. Synge, together with Yeats, taught the public to appreciate the dignity of humble people and to recognize the noble qualities in the poor. Another dramatist famous during that period was Sean O'Casey, who created 3 satirical dramas entitled Juno and the Peacock, The Shadow of a Gunman, and The Plough and the Stars. Lastly, the novelist James Joyce, who wrote the short stories entitled Dubliners that appeared in 1940, The Ulysses in 1922, and The Finnegan's Wake in 1939. Through the virtuosity of his language and radical renewal of the novel form, he forced the world to recognize himself. So that would be all for today. Thank you for watching and God bless.